Welcome back to the Gemini archives, everyone.
Welcome back. Take 3 now.
Okay, it works.
Oh my God.
Okay. Well, first take, we got 12 minutes in, and I'm like, we cannot put this out.
Yeah, I'm like, this is such garbage. Like, if I was listening to this, I would turn it off.
Yeah. Second take, fucked up the audio somehow. Thank God we were only like 15 seconds in and I caught it. Now we're back. We didn't even have to say this is our third take, but here we are. It's a fucking shit show, so everyone enjoy this episode, because my God.
Oh, man. It's one of those days. It's like raining. I woke up late. Like, everything is like all fucky today.
I had a coffee and I still have a headache. Tell me how this is happening. I guess it's not a caffeine headache. I guess I'm just like achy.
Yeah, I had a headache last night. It might just be the pressure from the fucking rain or whatever.
I know.
And sinuses and shit.
My God. Hold on, I have a wedgie.
Lauren.
I moved wrong and gave myself a wedgie. Has anyone else ever done that?
It looks like you just shoved your entire hand up your ass.
Well, I didn't. I'm fixing my shorts. So, part 2, a spooky month.
Yay, finally. I know
my God.
We wanted to get one out sooner, but like we just didn't have the fucking time.
I know.
Like, we've been fucking swamped and shit lately.
We haven't even been doing anything spooky related either.
Yeah,
like,
it's true.
For like October. Like, well, we're doing something this weekend. Stay tuned.
So excited.
It's just life has been happening.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been like annoying because the day we're recording this, it's October 9th. And all I have done is literally yesterday I watched the movie Black Sabbath or whatever the fuck it is in Italian, the Italian version. Mm-hmm. And like, what else? Oh, and I watched like a creepy thing on fucking Travel Channel. Like,
oh yeah, because now Travel Channel has like their ghost shows out right now.
And honestly, they're fucking amateurs.
Yeah.
That's very pretentious of me to say, but like I'm watching this and I'm like, these are not good people. They just want to be on TV.
Yeah.
Basically. Like, they're not good at what they're doing. I don't know what show it was. It was like Haunted Town or something. Haunted Towns. I don't know what the hell it was called. They went to the Lizzie Borden house, which, who fucking hasn't, you know?
Yeah. We haven't.
Wow. I mean, what paranormal investigators haven't been? Like, that place has been, like, combed over with like a, like, I can't even think of the fucking idiom. Fine-tooth comb. Thank you. My brain just short-circuited. Oh my God, I'm dying. Okay, sorry. There have been so many fucking people in that house already recording shit, already doing stuff, and they're sitting there like, did you know your daughter was a sociopath? I'm like, no, of course they did it. You fucking morons. Like, these stupid-ass fucking ghost shows.
I know, and they ask, like, the same question. And it's like, I can't even watch Ghost Adventures. Listen, if you listen to this podcast and literally think Zach Baggins is a serious paranormal investigator, you could fuck off.
Yeah, you can literally go listen to Joe Rogan, because we're done with you.
Yeah, like he's a pretentious fucking douchebag.
He is.
Who pokes and prods at the paranormal to get a reaction out of it and has no respect for the dead. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, as someone who used to work in the death business, I have zero tolerance for people like that. People that desecrate graves, and I know you listen to, like, you know, we listen to metal and they always talk about, like, you know, doing shit like that and fucking corpses.
Yeah, but it's
blah, blah.
lyrics. It's not real life.
Yeah, but it's like, when push comes to shove, I'm like, you have to be a pretty sick fuck to fuck a corpse.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, it's... Yeah, I hate that guy.
I do too.
He's a joke, and a lot of these paranormal investigators that you see on TV are fucking jokes. I'm sorry. Some of them are great. We met the dudes from Ghost Adventures.
No, Ghost Hunters.
Ghost Hunters. I'm sorry.
From Warwick, Rhode Island.
Yeah, they're really good people.
Yeah, they're very legit.
Yeah, they're legit, because we wanted to see for ourselves. I'm like, is this just a crock of shit? Like, I was half expecting like to go meet them and they were gonna have like that rock star attitude, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're just like, whatever, I'm on TV.
Well, we only met Steve.
No, we met one of the other guys too that was on
we?
there. His partner, I don't know what his name was.
Dave Tango,
maybe.
We did. Oh, we did. Oh, shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I thought we
and-
just met Steve, because we only got a picture with Steve.
Yeah.
That's probably why I only remember
I
it.
have a picture with him. It exists somewhere
Yeah.
in this
It
world.
was like from 2011 or something, or 2010.
I don't remember.
At Rock and Shock.
Oh, yeah. They were there.
Yeah.
But, they were really nice, and like they were actually like pretty insightful when we were like asking them questions and stuff.
Yeah.
And they take it seriously, you know, and when they go, they're not fucking around, they're not fucking banging on walls,
Yeah.
fucking trying to
Well,
stir the fucking pot.
when they go into a haunted location, their objective is to like debunk whether or not it's haunted.
Yeah.
They're not going in there trying to stir things up and make things happen. They're very respectful, and you know, they just try to see. And a lot of the times the places aren't haunted, it's just old, or it's like, you know, stuff that happens that's explainable. Because I think one of the guys was like a plumber, so it was a lot of like plumbing issues sometimes.
Yeah.
And, you know, like they explained a lot of the stuff, but they went to some places though where it's just stuff they could not explain.
Yeah.
So
And I find too, like when you're gonna, Laura and I, obviously we've never done anything like that, like seriously.
No.
But we have gone to like haunted places, and we know it's usually when you're not like seeking it out or expecting it, that's when all the crazy shit happens.
Right.
It's usually when you're like on your phone and you're talking to someone else, and then some shit happens out of your peripheral. You're like, what the fuck
Yeah,
was
like,
that?
It's like getting into a relationship. When you're trying to seek it out, no one wants to fucking be with you. But when you're single and living your fucking life, all of a sudden it's like dick farms all over the place.
You just got a dick farm growing in your inbox.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's true. Like, so when we're sitting there, I'm watching this fucking stupid ass goddamn show, right? God, this show was stupid. And these fucking people, and they have a woman there who claims to be a medium talking about poltergeist activity and shit. She doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about with poltergeists, you know? Mm-hmm. That's a whole other wormhole that I could just jump right into.
I know.
Because it's funny how people don't really know what a poltergeist is.
Yeah.
You know? Like, again, I'm sounding pretentious, but you and I, for years, have been, like, not, I wouldn't say obsessed, but, like, you know, fascinated by the stuff, and have done research, and have talked to people, and,
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, we went to the Warrens Occult Museum. That's from last Halloween. That was our Halloween episode. We talked about going to the Warrens Occult Museum. Highly recommend listening to that if you're interested in, like, a really creepy story.
Or not sleeping, so.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
we met Lorraine Warren. May she rest in peace.
Yeah.
You know, she died at the beginning of the year.
Oh, poor Lorraine.
Yeah.
She was so sweet.
She was wonderful.
She was great. She gave us really good advice. Advice that I still use to
Yeah.
this day. She, oh, excuse me. She, yeah, she was very soft-spoken and insightful, you know, not like,
And a clairvoyant.
yeah.
So I don't know how the hell she lived in that house.
That must have been like, I'm surprised she didn't get sent to the grave like decades ago.
I know.
That would kill me. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so when I watch these fucking stupid shows, and you know, everybody's got their own paranormal investigating team, and they all act kind of pretentious about it too. Like, we take this seriously, and blah, 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 and I use this equipment and that, and it's like, okay, you can have all the fucking stuff in the world, but, you know, when you're going into it, and your mind isn't in the right place, all you're doing is just sitting in the dark with electronics, you know what I mean? Like, and again, I'm not trying to be like negative about this, and I know I'm coming off that way right now, but like,
But it's played up for TV a lot of the time.
yeah, because they have to make it interesting to watch, because just watching someone sitting in a room talking to nothing is not interesting to most people.
Yeah. They want to see some shit. They want to hear some shit.
Yeah.
You know.
And 9 times out of 10, too, they'll go and like not get anything, because that's not how spiritual energy works. It's not like, you know, it's not like a fucking doctor's office. You can't just call it in when you want it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's, you know, it happens when it wants to, basically. So you just have to be lucky enough to catch it if you do. So, yeah.
And you have to be open to the idea of spirits in the first place.
Yeah.
In order for it to happen.
Yeah.
Because there's so many skeptics that try this and then nothing happens and they'll just continue to be skeptics. But it's like, you have to open yourself up to the possibility of like spirit, you know, energy and stuff.
I think skeptics are just cowards.
Yeah.
But Don't quote me on that.
No, I think they're just ignorant. Like,
That too. Ignorant
just because
cowards.
it doesn't happen to them doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It's like
what kind of fucking toddler-ass, dumb-ass mentality is that?
well, no kidding.
What did I say yesterday? And I made you laugh. I was like,
because you were swearing going up the
I
stairs.
was so annoyed.
Like the entire length of the stairs. Megan, like every step she took on the stairs, a new swear came out.
I was fuck ass, shit ass, goddamn motherfucker. I don't know what I was pissed
I was
about.
crying with laughter.
She got so
Because it was timed perfectly with the stairs. Dying.
It's true. I do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Uh,
I had to interject that because I just thought of it. Yeah, I don't really like a lot of these ghost shows for that reason.
yeah, me either.
Like-
Unless it's like, factual. Like, this place is known to have blah, blah, blah. Like, I like those, like, top 10 ghosts, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only top 10s that I actually like.
Yeah, I think too, like, if you really want to have an experience, go experience it. You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah.
Don't fucking sit at home and watch it on TV and then just base it around that. Because you and I have gone to plenty of haunted places and locations and stuff.
Yeah, New England's chock full of haunted places.
Yeah, and like old cemeteries even and shit. Just like, we've been to enough places like that to know, like, if you want to experience it yourself, you're not going to get the same, the same result, I guess, as watching, somebody capture like a mist on a camera, you know? Like, when it's in front of you, it's, oh my God, it's bizarre almost. Like, it's so crazy because you question your own sanity. You're like, did I really just fucking see that?
Yeah, and sometimes they'll touch you. Like, you'll feel a tap on your shoulder.
Or like goosebumps, just like in one specific place.
Yeah, or because they usually make you feel cold. So, like, if you just feel cold randomly, like super cold.
Or warm.
Then,
It could go both ways.
It depends. Like, if a drastic temperature change.
Yeah.
And sometimes smells too. Like, it'll just waft, like, super quick in front of your nose.
Oh, I know. That was the other day. I smelt leather out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, it was right under my nose.
Oh, yeah, you were telling me about
I was
that.
like, what the fuck is that? And then I smell, it was almost like lighter fluid. Like if somebody like lit like a lighter.
Yeah.
And that's what it smelled like. But it was like right underneath my nose. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
I know.
Just it happens sometimes.
I don't, like, I'll be like downstairs and I'll just smell flowers for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
We don't have any flowers in this house because our cats will eat them.
Yeah.
So I'll just smell flowers for 2 seconds and then it goes away. Like, whether it's like roses or like some type of like lily or something.
Yeah.
They all have different smells, but
Yep.
it's crazy. And like smoke, like fire,
Yeah.
I'll smell too. Not like lighter fluid, but like actual like burning like wood fire. It's crazy.
Yep.
Different smells have like different like, meanings though.
Yeah.
Usually if you smell sulfur, that's not good.
Yeah, if you smell sulfur, I would highly advise like leaving.
Yeah. Either sage the place or leave because that's not good.
I remember when where were we? I think we were in New Jersey or something. I kept smelling cigars and nobody was smoking.
Yeah.
I was like, what the? Who was fucking smoking? But it was almost like pipe tobacco. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was like something old, like something that nobody smokes anymore. I was like, what is that? It was bizarre. So, but you and I are also very sensitive to smells in general. Like I can't handle air fresheners that are too like strong.
Oh, and like aerosol.
Ugh. It makes me feel sick.
I know.
Like if you go to, I don't know, any like stupid store, like I know we talked about Bath and Body Works like in the last episode or whatever, but like,
oh yeah,
especially like places like that sell like aerosol and even Febreze. Don't listen to the fucking commercials. That stuff is garbage.
Yeah, if you want something that'll make your bathroom smell better, just get Poopery.
Yeah, get that or just burn something.
Yeah, or like an unscented candle or something.
Yeah, I love a good unscented candle.
Me too.
Like, yeah, fuck me up with that.
Yeah, just burn like fire or like Poopery's really nice because it's not aerosol. It just smells like lemon.
Yeah.
No matter what flavor you get, it's really like lemony.
What flavor?
Yeah, because like we have vanilla mint and it does smell a little minty, but it's mainly like citrus.
Yeah.
It's got a citrus base to it. And not only does it like hide the fact that you just took a massive shit. But it just makes everything smell so good, and it doesn't last that long. And, like, gets rid of the smell faster.
Yeah.
So.
It doesn't, like, linger for, like, 3 fucking days, and you're like, what is that?
Yeah, and it's so inexpensive for how good it is.
That's, like, the most underrated invention of our century, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
Like.
That and the squatty potty.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, I have never shit better in my life than with the squatty potty.
I swear, like, I hope it's patented or something, because, like, man, fucking poopery. Like, that's the technology that I didn't know I needed until I knew it existed.
Right.
Like, that will honestly, like, keep the peace in your relationships and stuff.
It will.
Like,
no, I swear to God.
It does, because you know, well, you and me especially, you know what I mean?
What?
Just like...
Oh, we're like poop shy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, I don't want anyone to know that I do it ever.
I know.
Like,
It's
ever.
like, I have no shame in saying that I have to shit. It's just, I don't want people to smell it.
Yeah.
I'm so self-conscious of that.
Or, like, I have to go, like, somewhere so far away from people. Like,
I have to go to the back corner of the house.
yeah, to, like, because it's like, I don't want anyone to know I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm so, like, I don't know. I'm, like, shy. I'm, like, bathroom shy.
I'm not pee shy at all.
I am pee shy.
I will piss in the middle of the room and not think twice.
Lord, please.
But, like...
I'm so pee shy. It's awful. Like, ugh. Even, like, in public sometimes, like, if there's someone standing, like, directly outside, I'm like, I can't. I have to wait until they move. Because they're directly outside.
Well...
It's too much pressure.
I kind of got over it once I got into college and, like, everything was invasive. I'm like, I don't even care.
It's so true in college.
Just fuck it.
You just...
Oh, and I stopped being, like, poop shy after I took a shit at Disneyland.
Oh, okay.
Literally, it went away. So, like, but it's because the bathroom was crowded. I didn't care if it smelled. I'm like, it could have been anyone in here. Any of these bitches could have made this smell.
Oh, my God.
So, I don't care if I shit in a public restroom, but if I'm at home and I know there's other people in the house, I have to, like, cover it up.
Yeah. Literally, it's like I have to go isolate myself. Like, I don't know why I'm this way. But it depends. Like, if I'm ready to die, then no. Like, you know, I'm like, oh no. Like, I would rather, like...
It's like I had 3 cups of coffee and I'm literally going to implode if I don't
like,
go down.
I'll go take a piss on the side of the road if it means I don't piss myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I've done that before too.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm the worst at that.
We hit Hartford and you're like, I have to pee. I'm like, how?
I know.
We just left.
I know. It's true. I'm like, I'm sorry. I can't help it. Something about Hartford that makes my bladder explode.
Oh my God.
But my bladder is like the size of a thimble. So
Yeah.
like I pee like every 20 minutes.
Well, we went from ghost to pee. And we are now almost 20 minutes in.
Welp. Anyway, so getting back to my original point that these ghost shows are just, you know, it depends on what they are. Some of them are legit, some of them aren't. You can kind of like smell it out, you know?
Yeah.
Like, because that one I watched yesterday, it was almost laughable how stupid it was. Not only are they going to like one of the most generic places, they're asking the most generic questions. I'm going to put an axe on this couch and blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, we've done that.
Yeah.
You know? What does it matter if your team records it rather than another one?
Yeah.
You know? Like, go somewhere else and do something we haven't seen
I
before.
can kind of understand because you want consistency in, like, results and stuff. But, like...
But, like, I'm kind of jaded by it, I think.
Yeah.
Like, just by the fact that, that they literally just want to do it because, like, well, we could do it better. You know what I mean?
I know. Everyone thinks they're going to do it better or they're going to find something greater or there's, like, a bigger reaction they're going to get.
Yeah, they're going to get, like, a full-body apparition. Actually, Lizzie's going to come out and shake their hands and be like, hi, thanks for staying. Like, what the fuck? You know? Okay,
oh, my God.
If that happened, I would give them all crowns and be like, you won.
Yeah.
You won the game. So, but, yeah. So, I don't really watch stuff like that. I watch more so like the haunted like attractions, like the amusement park things and shit. Like I love those, like the rides and the what you call it. It's like the haunts. Like I I really like stuff like that because it's funny. Like,
Yeah.
to me, you know, you get jump scared. You're like, oh, okay, you got me, you know?
Oh my God.
But I'm such I can't do things like that because I am so jumpy.
Well, that and there's so many lights. Would give me a headache.
It makes me disoriented and nervous, so I don't
Yeah.
like that. But
And a lot of them warn you, if you are, very anxious and can't handle this, don't go in.
Yeah.
But I feel so bad for the people who get forced to go in and then they make it not fun for everyone else.
yeah.
It's like, if you're one of these people who forces other people to go through these attractions and they can't handle it, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Because it ruins it for everyone else too. And then you're emotionally damaging the person who's being susceptible to that stuff.
Yeah.
I can't even talk to...
Subjected.
Yes. God, I need more coffee.
Dude, my brain literally just short circuited a few minutes ago.
I know,
so.
mine did too. Ugh.
It's one of those days, but yeah, so good day to talk about spooky stuff though. It's abysmal as fuck outside.
I know, it's so gross.
Ugh. It literally looks like a horror movie. Like there's so much fog.
Yeah, and it's like raining.
It's like Silent Hill up in this bitch.
We love Silent Hill.
We do love a good Silent Hill.
We like good fucking scary video games.
True, we do.
So, well, it's been 20 minutes, so that went so much better than the other
okay.
one.
Now that because I'm like, man, I don't even know what we talked about the first
I don't
part.
either. I started talking shit about I don't even know what.
I know, just like I'm like, Lord, we can't put this out to the world.
I know.
But okay, we're gonna go to a break. I'm gonna put in Rawhide this week because I've been listening to that band and they're cool. That's all I have to say about that.
Sweet. Well,
yeah, Rawhide. I think they're from Sweden, something like that. I've been listening to them for like a few years now. They're cool. If you like Motorhead and shit, listen to them.
and I'm going to assume 98% of you do.
Yeah.
Maybe even 99%.
Yeah. Based on our audience, I'm sure there's a lot of you that like Motorhead.
Yeah.
So you
or at least know who they are.
Yeah. So I'm going to put that in. And when we come back, we'll get into some spooky shit.
Yeah.
Some spooky stories. Because last year we told our own stories, but this year we're going to tell other people's stories.
Just a couple. And then maybe
Although,
we'll talk about some other spooky things too.
Maybe. I don't know. Because, these are fictitious.
Yeah,
right?
it's from the subreddit R No Sleep.
Yeah.
And I like reading through there sometimes and finding really good stories.
Even though they're obviously fake.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's the things that some people can just kind of conjure like in their own mind is like incredible because
I know it's like creepypastas too.
Yeah. It's like how would one even conceive of this?
Yeah.
You know? So we're gonna tell some scary stories or it's gonna be like, Are You Afraid of the Dark? You know? Insert theme here.
Oh. I love that show.
But yeah, I'm gonna put in Rawhide.
Okay.
And when we come back, things are going to get weirder. So
yes, just stay tuned.
Stay tuned. So
we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Wake up Sunday morning, just shiver at the sick.
Welcome back, everyone.
I'm so annoyed that you just did that. Oh my god.
I didn't do it in the beginning, so I had to.
Welcome back. Lauren's doing the thing again. She's swallowing ghost dicks, apparently.
Listen. I had like a... What do you call it? Like a frog in the throat.
But a frog in your throat?
Except it was a dick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well. We all can't win, I guess.
So, anyway.
So now that Lauren's swallowing invisible dicks.
It's my specialty.
Yeah, we were going to talk more about some stuff from Reddit, but we only really want to talk about the one.
I know, just one story that we
Just
saw. And then I want to talk about scary video games because I love video games, and I just got... It's not like scary, it's more like psychological.
Yeah.
You know? And I love talking about games like that.
And
so
all the things you're talking about came out like 6 years ago. So,
yeah.
If you already know about this stuff, I mean, sorry, we just find it interesting.
Yeah. Sorry if you hear me clicking. I have it on my computer.
Yeah.
So
I know, instead of your phone.
Yeah.
So much easier. We could see everything.
I know. I could see clearly now. The rain isn't gone. It's still fucking raining.
No, the rain, I was going to put in the song, but the rain's still here. So.
No, she's here.
Nope, she's here to stay for at least 2 more days.
Well, the story I want to talk about, and this is to preface fake, you know, I could just say, oh, this actually happened, but no, it's fake. It's called, My Dead Girlfriend Keeps Messaging Me on Facebook. I've got the screenshots. I don't know what to do.
Ugh.
This is one of the most chilling things. This is like when a stranger calls scary to me. I don't know why that movie in particular scares me so bad, but like...
Well, just the line, the call is coming from inside the house. It's like, you can't even wrap your head around that.
I would just shoot out the roof at that point.
Yeah, I would literally just
straight
run.
up to the sky.
Yeah,
like,
I would
nope,
just,
I'm done.
I would just run and not stop.
Yeah.
It's like, nope, I'm going until I'm in the woods.
You know, literally thrust myself out the window.
Pelvic thrust your way out.
Pelvic thrust my way out of the house. And just be done with it.
It's like, well, at least if we're going to die, we're going to die in style, so.
Hey, and probably with a broken foot, but like, it's fine.
Yeah. Anyway.
So. This story came out 5 years ago. And for anyone who... Yeah, July 2014. For anyone who hasn't heard of this story or seen it like on Facebook or whatever, this is a creepy one.
Yeah, because before you get into it, I read this when we were on vacation, and it ruined like 2 days of my vacation.
Yeah,
like it.
Oh yeah, we were, because we usually go around the 4th of July, and it was July 1st it came out.
Yeah, and because I remember somebody shared it, and I was like, "Oh, this seems stupid," and then I read it, and I'm like, "Nope, I'm not sleeping." And literally lived up to the name "No Sleep" because I did not sleep very well after reading it.
In the screenshots, bitch,
I haven't seen the screenshots in quite a while. They'll probably fuck me up.
I will link the post below because I'm not going to read all of it. I'm just going to summarize basically what happened. So this guy and his girlfriend were together for a long time, I think, probably. And she died August of 2012. So, you know, he was completely heartbroken. Apparently she didn't show up for work.
Relatable.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were dating 5 years. So she didn't show up for work. She didn't talk to anyone. So he knew something must have been wrong. You know, he wasn't answering her texts. He wasn't, you know, she wasn't doing anything. And, yeah, her name was Emily. And, so she died, and, like, he was, like, completely heartbroken. He couldn't find it in himself to memorialize or deactivate her Facebook or anything like that, so we just had it up.
Also relatable. I haven't done that for Chris's Facebook either.
I know.
So
he, you know, he had her password to her Facebook, whatever, so whenever she would occasionally get, like, a wall post or, like, something, you know, he would see it.
Yeah.
So one day, he gets a message from Emily's account, and he thought it was Emily's mom. So, and he, like, messaged her, and he's like, have you gone in at all? And she's like, no, I haven't. I don't know why, you know, you're getting that or whatever. And
What did she say in the message?
she just said, hold on. Oh, she was tagging herself in his photos too. What's the picture? Oh yeah, he put up like screenshots of like the photos, and there'd be like a little space like behind his head, and she was tagged. So that's creepy.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the chat history. Sorry, I have to look. The first message she said was that the first one? I think that's the first. Well, the first one that I see, it said, "Let's hit a blank trail this Sunday." So, and apparently whoever was like sending these messages were just recycling old messages that she had said.
Right.
So it didn't really make sense. And she would keep like repeating like the same things over and over, just like, "I'm cold, help, hi," whatever.
Yeah.
And then eventually, it was going on for like a while or whatever. He'd get these messages and the pictures or whatever. This is what creeped me out the most. He got a picture from his dead girlfriend on Facebook, and it was a picture of his window and him sitting in his house.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I've literally had a nightmare like that before.
Yeah.
And it's so scary. Like, I was like on my, like in the dream, like I was on my phone, and then I got a text from someone, and it looked like somebody had taken a picture of me on my phone as if they were sitting in front of me.
Yes. That's essentially what this picture was.
It's so creepy.
So apparently it was like getting more like, he was getting more messages, he was getting more stuff like that, and it just like he kind of stopped posting after a while about it. And yeah, that's essentially the whole thing. I didn't make it sound as creepy as it actually is. I'm telling you, it's not. It's probably like a 5-minute read. Read this and look at the screenshots, and it's gonna fucking terrify you.
Just sitting here already, I'm uneasy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't do well with things
Want me to get
like
my
this.
selenite?
No. I'm fine.
I have it.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's just, it's just really... And it's funny because when I read it at the time, this is obviously... It's funny. I actually read it just months before I met Chris.
Yeah.
So... I didn't have anything like that happen after he passed away, but like... I definitely had like crazy dreams. I had a dream the night before the funeral. Can I talk about this? Can we go there? Because like, I had a dream the night before the funeral, and we were in here in your room, but it was dark, and I got a call from him, and I picked up, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" I'm like, "I thought you were dead. Like, what is happening?" And he was talking like he was perfectly fine. I'm like, well, I talked about this in the episode about him. I mentioned how he, was doing drugs. So I said, "They said you were doing drugs. Like, what the fuck is that about?" And he screamed into the phone. Screamed so loud that it was deafening, and I couldn't hang up the phone, and I had to turn my phone off to get it to stop. Like,
my God.
that was the dream I had the night before the funeral. And there was other things too. Like, I remember when I was in here one night when I couldn't sleep. And you and I, remember we heard the footsteps downstairs?
Yeah.
And I had you go and look because I was so emotionally damaged. I'm like, go see what that's about. But there was nothing.
I know. They were loud.
It was loud. And like the cats, or it was just Frost at the time. The cat was kind of up and like looking around.
Yeah, he wasn't scared. He was just curious.
It was just like, what is that?
It's funny because he's such a scaredy cat, but like, he was more genuinely curious than scared.
Yeah.
So that made me feel a little bit better. Like, okay, it's nothing like crazy,
because
but
if it was bad, he just would have went and hid. So
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck was going on? And then there was like another instance where like I lay down to like take a nap because I was just so exhausted, and like I saw him like bend down and like kiss me on the forehead. Like he was on the edge, like next to me, like next to the bed, and he bent down and like kissed me. And like that was the extent of anything like really crazy happening other than like the dreams I would have. But like, yeah, so when you lose someone like that, that's why this is like really scary, because things like that do happen. And you hear about it all the time with people.
Yeah.
Like, I'll hear certain songs all the time. I'll see like repeating numbers. I'll see this, whatever. People, it's just a common thing that happens to people. It doesn't have to be romantic either. It's like my dad died and now like...
Yeah,
you know.
he like comes back in the form of like dragonflies.
Yeah, like now
Or,
I
like-
see dragonflies everywhere. You know, it's
Yeah,
like,
I feel like when you lose someone very close to you, like they come back in like symbolic ways.
yeah. So the fact that somebody played on that for this is really fucking unsettling to
And
me.
this is why so many people had a reaction to it, because we've all lost someone, whether it was, you know, like a girlfriend or like a parent or a sibling or a really close friend or something like that. We've
Yeah.
all lost someone close to us. Well, the majority of us have. Some of us haven't, and you're very lucky.
Yeah, if you're not one of these people, you're so lucky.
But for those who don't know, for whatever reason, or, you know, have never experienced something like this, that's how they come back and they reassure you, like, I'm here and I'm not gone
Yeah.
entirely. So,
I think this is what she was doing, but in a very unsettling way.
yeah. Because, well, she died tragically and suddenly.
Mm-hmm.
So she probably was, like, lost, didn't know what to do, you know,
Yeah.
trying to get in contact, trying to figure everything out.
Also fake, by the way, but the fact
Yeah,
that
it's
somebody
very fake.
the fact that somebody was able to replicate that is just, first of all, like, bravo.
Yeah.
You know, like, you did a good job. Second of all, it's so unsettling and like eerie because I've experienced it personally. So when I read things like this, it just really like gets you right in the gut.
Yeah.
So,
Our No Sleep is full of like so many stories like this, though.
yeah.
That just a lot of them are like made up. There's probably some real shit on there, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I saw one of like a guy who was seeking out like marital advice. I don't know if this is on Our No Sleep, but it was like on Reddit somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, was thinking about leaving his wife, and then he did, and like she killed the kids, and it actually happened.
Oh my
That's
god.
an actual story that happened in like Indiana, I think.
Jesus Christ.
I know. I don't know like the full extent of details.
Oh,
But
I hope the mics aren't picking this up. Our fucking neighbors are inconsiderate assholes.
I know. They're bringing in the recycling. So it's like the loudest goddamn barrel.
Sorry.
Anyway.
I yelled to cover up the noise, but I don't know if it did a very good job.
It wasn't too loud.
Well.
It should be fine.
Anyway, that's fucking crazy. I know, that's why with Reddit it's like weird because you don't know what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
Like,
I know. I probably should have looked up that story. I just thought of it now, but
that's
again,
really
that was
sad.
That was something Nexpo. I swear, everyone go subscribe to Nexpo. His fucking channel is so good, and it has so much creepy shit. A lot of it from Our No Sleep.
Yeah.
You know, I was going to talk about another one called Gay Video Games, who was on Reddit, and like, it's like the story of a guy who literally went insane after he got off his medication and was like posting all these like 4,000 replies to himself and like posts on like video games and like all this stuff. It was insane. So people thought, you know, it was just like a spammer or something, but no, it was like a mentally sick person,
Jesus.
you know, that he couldn't help it. It was crazy. So,
Yeah.
but I really wanted to talk about this one because, besides like Dear David too, which that didn't start on Our No Sleep, that was Twitter.
What's Dear David?
The little ghost child that kept following the guy in his apartment, and he had like a dent in his head. I think I showed you that, and you were so freaked out as I showed you the pictures.
Oh, yes.
And it was like you could see little kids' hair like in the camera.
Right.
Oh,
yes.
That one freaks. I can't even talk about that. It's like, you think Robert the Doll is scary? This guy's story is terrifying.
And this is fake, right?
I think so.
Look it up.
I have to look it up.
Well, make sure it's fake, because if it's real, I'm leaving the planet. I don't want to coexist with something like this.
Let's see.
Don't show me any pictures either, because I don't want to see that kid. Should I put on the Bob Ross music?
Yeah, put it in for 1
Okay.
second. Let me go to Snopes, actually. Oh, I think it is fake.
Okay.
This guy used to work for BuzzFeed.
Okay.
the guy, Adam Ellis is his name. Oh, he just got a movie deal for Dear David because it was so, like, in-depth. I could see that as a movie. That's terrifying.
Oh, my God. I would not watch that movie.
If it was all fiction, I probably would have updated more than once every couple weeks. Oh, so I guess it is real.
Stop.
Yikes. I'm gonna back away from there. Nope. That's a huge nope from me. Okay, because ghosts are kind of chilling on their own, but children ghosts? Nope. Can't. I don't want it.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore. I'm done. I'm done. I'm checking out.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
That's one we should have talked about because that is terrifying.
Yeah, okay. Now I remember. You told me about this a while ago.
Yeah, it's a guy who lives in his apartment and like he just moved in and then like there was a spirit of a young boy who kept coming to him and stuff and he had a huge dent in the side of his head.
Ugh.
So he named him David. And he put all kinds of like there's a lot of pictures, a lot of like audio stuff too. And the guy has 2 cats and like the cats would just like sit and growl at the front door like every day at the same time.
Oh.
Like I'm like, why would you leave the cats in there? Every time I see someone with cats and it's like in a haunted place, I'm like, get the cats out of there.
I know, honestly. It's like the cats don't want to deal with this shit.
I know. I can't. I'm so sensitive about cats.
Me too. Oh.
But yeah, that's another. I'm all over the place in this one. I'm so sorry.
I know.
I should have been a little more prepared.
No, like, you know more about shit like this than I do. I don't really look into stuff like this anymore just because I do have like bad anxiety and this like makes it worse.
Yeah.
So,
well,
you know.
Well, this story about the guy and his girlfriend through Facebook or whatever, you know, sending messages, because it's fake, it's like, okay, I can read it because this actually didn't happen. But
yeah.
Dear David, if that's actually fucking real, I cannot look at that shit.
I can't either.
I'm such a pussy now. Like, I can't.
I'm such a pussy.
I am.
That's true. I am too now. Like, I can't even watch, like, okay, what movie did I watch? And I was like, I used to love it. And then, oh, what was it? It was, I can't remember what it was, but even just like for the first time recently, I watched Apocalypse Now.
Yeah,
and even
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, like even that, I was like at some parts, like I was like freaking out.
You would like Stranger Things because I mean it's scary, but it's like Stephen King, like young kids scary.
Yeah,
you know, it's not
it's like Stand By Me scary.
Yeah.
Oh, you ever watched Stand By Me?
Mm-hmm.
It's such a good movie.
It is. It's like it's scary.
Yeah, poor Corey Feldman.
I know.
Whatever. What happened to him? Like, could we just hold on? Side note, what happened to him? Who is feeding him, like, these egotistical fucking thoughts? Who is he? He looks like a fucking lesbian now, literally.
Lesbian?
He does. He, like, long hair, but, like, man, he did not age well.
Yeah.
He looks like Paula Poundstone or something.
Oh my God. Please.
Do you know who that is, right?
Yes, I'm well aware of who she is.
Because I said that to something, they're like, I don't know who that is. Is she a porn star? And I'm like, hardly.
Look her up.
Look her up. He looks like Paula Poundstone. But, like, if she joined, like, a Dungeons and Dragons fucking, like, I don't know, something. Like a league or something.
What do they have? Leagues? Teams?
I don't
know anything about
Don't
D&D.
come for me, Dungeons and Dragons people.
Like, I'm a nerd, but, like, that's, like, stuff I don't know about. Like,
Yeah.
I hardly know anything about Magic the Gathering. Like, I know some stuff, but, like, Dungeons and Dragons, it's its own level. It's cool, but it's, like, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I would need to sit with someone and, like, really go in on it.
It's just storytelling from what I know.
Yeah.
You know? You, like, roll dice, and there's chances and different classes of people, and that's about all I know.
Yeah, same.
And even that could probably be wrong. I don't even know.
I don't fucking know. But, yeah, that's what he looks like.
Mm-hmm.
He's, like, out of his fucking mind, Corey Feldman. Because you watch things like that, like Stand By Me or, like, The Lost Boys or fucking even The Goonies, and you're just like,
yeah,
that kid is fucking awesome. And then, like, you see him now, and you're like, what happened?
I know.
It's like he snapped after Corey Haim died, and he just lives in like a delusional reality.
Then he made that movie about him, and he just like made Corey Haim out to be this terrible person while
Yeah.
he's like a knight in shining armor.
Yeah, like Michael Jackson wanted to meet him. I'm like, I highly doubt
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, unless he wanted to fuck him, but I highly doubt Michael Jackson was like, show me your dance moves. It's like, no. That didn't fucking happen.
I love how
Corey
you had to
Feldman.
raise your voice to do Michael. You know what? You actually do have to. He had a really high-pitched voice.
Tito. Tito, get me some tissues. That's the only impersonation I've ever heard of Michael Jackson that made me laugh.
Oh, that was from Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. Tito, get me some tissues. Anyway, so getting back to the creepy shit.
Getting back to the creepy stories. I think the scariest part about this Facebook, like the girlfriend contacted the guy through Facebook after she died, was the fact that the messages would repeat and like she wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Because it would be a little less scary if she was like actually like coherent
Yeah.
and like said full sentences and like pretended to be like alive still, but like you know she's dead because of the fact that she recycled old messages, you know, which I don't think you could actually do, you know, in real life, which is why it's fake. But just the thought of that actually happening, like imagine getting messages from Chris on his own profile. You know
I
what
would just not even go on Facebook anymore.
Yeah. Or like even text messages. That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
I would throw all my technology in the garbage.
Yeah.
Like I would just stick to like a burner phone and like that's about it.
Though, you know what I did have to do after he passed away was I had to make myself like, I forgot what the term is, but basically if anything happens to his profile, I'm the one that gets control of it.
Yeah.
Now. So designated something or other. I don't know what the fuck the term is. So I had to go on his profile and do it and then add myself. And then when I logged back into my profile, I got a message from him, but it was an automated message from Facebook saying, thank you for choosing me or for being my blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Need more information, go to this link. But I got a message from him and I had forgotten that I did that. And I literally, like my heart stopped for like 10 seconds. I was like, oh my God. It freaked me out so bad, but it was just the fucking automated message.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, I wish they would just email me or something.
I know.
Ugh.
Oh, I know. That's terrifying.
It was so scary. So I'm still contemplating like memorializing his
well,
his
it's kind
page.
of a process because you'd need like a birth certificate.
I
and,
don't
like,
have
or
any of that
an
shit.
obituary and like it's like a process.
Yeah.
You know, it was when our uncle passed away. It was easier to memorialize his Facebook because
He gave all his stuff to people.
yeah,
I don't got anything of Chris's.
someone did it for him.
Yeah. So that's why this one in particular really just like it bothers me because it's like too real. Like it's
Yeah.
something that could happen. So I'm like, ugh. Yeah.
I know. Like anything with technology is just like really creepy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like people trying to contact you through like Facebook and like
Well, that's
the
why
social
Local
media
58
stuff.
was so creepy.
Yeah,
Because
going
it
back
was-
to our last episode.
Yeah, because that was through the TV.
Yeah.
You know.
Maybe I
Unless-
just like I have like an unnatural fear of like unknown numbers.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you ever get like an unknown number? I swear to God, I got one like right before our birthday last year.
Yeah.
And it was like, it said unknown. And usually it'll say unknown, but then put like the number underneath. Mm-hmm. It just said unknown. And then it left a voicemail, but there was literally no sound.
Yeah.
Like not even anything. I was like, what? And it was like a 6-second voicemail. And I was like, what is happening here? Like it freaked me out. I was like, who's trying to call me? And then it never called again. It was just that one time.
Yeah.
I was like, what was that?
I get like telemarketers like calling my phone all the time. One time though, like I got a call and it was like some woman speaking in Chinese.
Lord.
And it was from New York. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And there was like some music in the background too. I'm like, I'm literally about to die if I call this number back.
Yeah.
So I blocked the number and like deleted it.
Ugh. I know. Sometimes like, I hate telemarketers.
I do too.
I hate them. It's like, don't you have anything better to do with your life than call other people and annoy them?
I know. Well, they need money, dude. So
I mean, I get it,
it's
but
their
it's
job.
It's like, why?
I
Why
know.
you gotta blow up my shit?
I hate it.
Man.
Well, speaking of like technology though, that's all I really want to talk about for creepy stories on Reddit.
Yeah, I know. That was like the creepiest one. I think that was like the pinnacle.
Yeah.
That and well, that wasn't on Reddit. It was Dear David.
Yeah.
Really creepy.
I'll link that Twitter thread below. I think he archived it in a on like a separate website. I'll find it and like link it down below.
Yeah.
If you want this scary, it's a long read, but the scariest read of your life, bitch, that fucking creeps me out even thinking about it.
Yeah, I can't even think about it.
I have to read it in the daytime with the lights on. It scares me so bad. I don't really get spooked easily by much, but that one terrified me.
Yeah.
Especially by paranormal stories. I get more spooked by like real life. I think I said that last episode.
Yeah.
Like real life, like break-ins and, kidnappings. Like that creeps me out way more than
me
like
too.
paranormal stuff. So.
Me too.
But speaking of like creepy like technology though, like I want to talk about, this isn't like necessarily like scary, but it is psychologically scary. I bought a game because I meant to buy it like years ago, but I didn't have a good enough computer to play it on.
Oh, yes.
And it's a game called The Stanley Parable. It's been out for like a long time now. There's an achievement for the game too where you don't play the game for 5 years and people just started getting it like last year.
Hilarious.
That's how long it's been out for. So it's been out for over 5 years on Steam. And it's this psychological, like, I'm going to say it's a horror game. Even though it doesn't present itself that way, about a guy who's in an office named Stanley. Mm-hmm. And there's a narrator guiding him through, like, this story, basically. And it starts when his job is to sit at a desk and push buttons all day long at his computer. And then one day, no one at his work showed up. His boss wasn't there. His coworkers weren't there. Literally no one showed up. He wasn't getting anything on his computer because he gets like his jobs to do through the computer or whatever. Nothing happened. And that's when the story starts. And there's a British narrator in the background, which has the best voice
I know.
ever.
He's
And
great.
He's the only person in the game that talks, is this guy, and you never see him. And basically the narrator takes you through like this journey of like discovering that you could be your own person and all this stuff or whatever if you play the game regularly.
Yeah.
Because you make choices. Like he tells you go through the door on the left to get to this point.
So if you listen to him and do what he says,
it takes you on the right path.
Yeah.
For like beating the game. But if you go to the right, you'll get a different outcome. It's like a butterfly effect type game.
Yeah.
So if you play through the game, completely follow his directions, do everything that he says, it's like this beautiful like ending of like Stanley can like finally be himself, and he realized he's been working for people who've been brainwashing him for years, and like a beautiful message or whatever. But then if you go off the path,
yeah,
it gets really fucking weird. There's like instances where like you almost die. There's tracks you could take where you go mentally insane.
You like go to space in one of them.
Yeah.
Like weird fucking things happen.
You end up in Portal in one of them. I swear to God, that's one of the endings.
I thought it was Half-Life.
No, it's Portal.
Oh.
And yeah, it's creepy because it makes you think how one little decision can drastically impact you. Mm-hmm. So it really makes you think, and like because amazing how he went through the right door and all of a sudden he dies. You know what I mean? That's scary to think about.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. You're not boring me. I'm just exhausted.
I know. We've been doing this for like almost 2 hours.
Oh my God.
But
yeah, I know. It's because I watched people play it before, and actually, if you want to see all the outcomes, go watch a channel called GT Live. Do it.
Yeah.
They did every single outcome that you could.
Yeah, you can watch them, and if you don't want commentary, they have just silent playthroughs of like endings and stuff.
True.
Literally, just look up the Stanley Parable. No commentary if you want to see that.
I like the commentary just because it offers more insight. And they're, they're smart people. So it's not like
they're very analytical. So they
Yeah.
really get to the root of like why this is happening
Yeah.
and like this whole existential thing behind this office building.
Which I like because I'm, an intellect.
Me too. So it's not really creepy, but it's like it's psychological. Like it really makes you think.
Yeah.
But it has like creepy outcomes and like it's kind of like Portal in the fact that you're in this giant facility by yourself, being controlled by like this voice that you don't see.
Some omnipotent force.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
crazy.
crazy.
It's great. It's such a great game,
It's
too.
very well done. And it's only like $15 too, which is like you get a lot for $15.
Yeah, very minimalistic. It's not like, a lot of video games now that have a lot of bells and whistles and fucking DLCs and shit. Like, it's very to the point.
Yeah, I would say it's to the point and like but it adds so much like
impact.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
more than just a game. It's more of like a thinking type thing.
I'm very much a less is more kind of person, too.
Yeah, me too.
Like, depending, because there's some things where I can go, like, wild with, but, like, when it comes to things like that, if you really want to, like, convey a message, less is definitely more. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't need to go... That's why... Okay, I'm going to get a lot of shit for this. I like Lord of the Rings, but get to the point,
Yeah.
Like, it's so goddamn long for no reason. It's like, okay, they're just... I'm literally Randall. I'm like, they're just walking. Like, we could have cut out easily an hour and a half of that fucking movie and gotten to the fucking point.
And you know what? I think, too, they probably cut out a lot for the movie, so the books are even longer than that.
Yeah, it's like, so much.
It's like, I read The Hobbit. Like, that's the only Lord of the Rings books that I read, and it's not even Lord of the Rings, it's The Hobbit.
Yeah.
They turned one book into 3 movies. The Hobbit is in 3 different movies, which is crazy, because it is a really long story, but, like, there's like different people that they meet along the way and like different lessons to be learned and different things that happen and like it plays up the drama, but like then like in the movies they added like romantic interest. I'm like, oh, we could have done without that.
Yeah,
like, just get to the adventure part.
Not every fucking movie. You don't have to fuck in every movie. I know sex sells, but like not for The Hobbit,
I know.
Nobody's watching The Hobbit to get off, okay?
I know, like, just add female characters to add value to the story, not to add a romantic aspect, for God's sake. You could have made a gay couple in there for all I fucking care. You could have made 2 of the little Hobbit people gay.
Yeah.
I don't know. That would have been so cool.
Yeah, like...
Gay hobbits? Yes. I'm here for this.
We're here for it. But, it's true, like, that's my gripe with a lot of... And that's why I think, like, stories like this one, like the Facebook one or whatever, are so much more impactful than, and I love Stephen King too, but some of his it just goes on, and you're like, get to the fucking point.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be, because you got to find balance, because then there's some that are too short, and you're like, what the fuck? Are you like...
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening? But then there's some that are so involved and like, okay, literally one of my favorite movies, or I guess it's a mini series of all time, is Rose Red.
Yeah.
4-hour investment, by
I know.
the way.
It's hard to be eloquent and keep it short, but it's not impossible.
And that was so goddamn long. They made another movie to explain what happens in this fucking mini series.
Yeah.
The whole backstory is in a separate movie, which is absurd and hilarious.
Yeah, they could have just had the backstory.
Yeah, and that movie wasn't even as good,
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, to explain the backstory well, it's just like, okay, why couldn't you, like, figure a way to condense this into the fucking movie? And I guess they tried to, but it didn't really, with the presentation that they give.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be her explaining the history of the house and stuff. That would have been fine. We didn't need the extra movie. I didn't think that story was that interesting that it deserved its own movie. So my point being, I think stories like this, and they're a little bit more simplistic. They're not very descriptive. They're not very embellished, I guess, because like when authors write books, they have to embellish things and her silky soft hair and just it's like, okay,
there's a lot of filler words.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, you could just say, and then I walked to the other side of the room without being like, then trembling with my hands shaking and my eyes wet with whatever, I slowly crept to the other side of the room. It's like, get to the point. It's like, sometimes it's good to like add like descriptive
Yeah,
like, look at me like talking like I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Well,
like
you and I are avid readers, so it's like, yeah, sometimes it's meant to build drama and stuff, but like sometimes it's too much. It's like, okay, we could have said that in one sentence instead of three.
Yeah.
You know? Like, we get it. We know
Dude,
what you're trying to say.
hire me as a ghostwriter. I'll fucking write this shit for you. Like, you can cut out a lot of the fluff, you know? And, like,
Yeah.
I'm, like, the epitome of writing too much anyway.
Me too.
But it's, like, if I have to, I can cut it down and make it still cohesive and nice.
Yeah.
So, it's, like, when people can tell a story and make it very eloquent and very detailed, but without making it too long, it's, like, perfect.
Yeah.
It's, like, the perfect story, you know? And, like, I guess it's subjective. Like, what makes a story too long? What makes it too short? It's like, well, what makes it too long is when you think you're done, but there's still so much more to go.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's too long. If it's too short, it's when
you feel like you're missing out on something, or when you are confused when you finish it and you're just like, well, why couldn't you explain what happened with this, and this, you know?
Yeah, if
when
you
it's
find too
vague.
many holes. It's good to leave, like, things up to the imagination, maybe, like, a couple things. But when it's, like, more than two things, or, like, a huge handful of things that are missing from the story, it's too short. Like, you have to add a little more.
Yeah. And, like, that's why I think people really love, like, ghost stories, because they are more, like, concise than, like, normal story, depending on what it is. Like, movies are one thing, but, okay, like, you know, when, like, Are You Afraid of the Dark? When they're sitting around just, like, telling stories, they're not fucking, I mean, it lasts an entire episode, but, like...
But an episode is 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not 2.5 hours.
So thinking, like, real time, and these are kids, too, can still convey the same thing in a simple way, and they don't have to go in, because I feel like you lose, you know, the attention after a minute. You're just like, okay, like
it starts strong, but then they just kind of trail off and talk about God only knows what to, like, fluff it up, and then the end is strong. But it's like, you have to keep it consistently strong to keep attention and to have people remember it. That's the other thing too. I've read so many stories on, like, Reddit and, like, all over the place. I don't remember a lot of them.
Yeah.
Because very few of them kept my attention.
Yeah, and, like, that, I was gonna say, my gripe with, like, creepypastas too are so...
Yeah, they get so long.
They're so goddamn long, and they have multiple parts and things like that. And I get it if it's like an ongoing thing and it's genuinely interesting and stuff, but, like, man, it's really hard sometimes to, like, write well, especially, like, now, because everybody thinks they're a fucking writer. You know what I mean? And, like, tell stories and stuff. That's why, out of all the stories I've ever read on, like, Our No Sleep, that one was the one that always has stuck out to me.
Yeah, and it's been years, and I still think about that.
Me too.
That's how you know something's good.
Yeah. So that's why we wanted to talk about that. And, like, I really, you know, I love reading, and I love, like, stories and things like that.
Yeah, we've always been really into, like, literature, and, like, I'm really big into writing and stuff. So I'm a little more critical about, like, writing and, like, story progression and, like, character development and, like, stuff like that when it comes to, like, movies and games and whatever. Yeah. But that's just the writer in me. I know some people don't look too deeply, and, like, that's okay. You don't have to. But think about, like, the stories that you really remember.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, think about everything that's ever resonated with you, story-wise, video game-wise, movie, TV-wise. Think about how the story was written, and think about how the characters were written. Think about the progression, how much you know, how much you don't know, how much you still talk about it and think about it. You know, what makes it good? You know?
Yeah.
Is it the fact that it's short? Maybe some people like more wordy stories. I'm not one of those people.
Yeah.
You know, I want something to get to the point, but explain enough. It's, like, a very hard thing to do for a lot of, like, writers.
Yeah, and that's why not everybody's a writer, because not a lot of people know how to do that. Like, Beetlejuice is my favorite, you know? My favorite movie, my favorite TV show. It's my favorite because the bare bones of the story are powerful, you know? It's like, and just, like, in the visuals that go with it too, obviously. But, like, you know, it's something that's always stuck with me, even when I was like a young kid and just afraid of my own shadow. You know what I mean? And I loved Beetlejuice because it was just different. You know, it was witty. It was great. I will talk about Beetlejuice all fucking day, though.
Yeah.
I'm still working on the tarot deck, by the way. Yeah, I don't know. And like I said, I'm a big fan of, like, well, the movie was a haunted house story, technically. And it kind of blurred the veil between life and death. And I love movies and things like that. That's why I think I like this story too, because it blurs the veil. So
yeah,
because it's her coming back in some way. Anything where it's like, you know, the line is a little ambiguous. Oh yeah, because you know, like I said, it just stems from like losing a lot, you know, seeing a lot of death in my childhood. So, you know, and I feel like stories like this are the ones that really creep people out, because a lot of people have like, there's like a huge like stigma against like honoring the dead. It's like a lot of people want to believe that when people die, they're dead and that's it. Yeah. Because they can't psychologically wrap their heads around there being life after death. So I'm not one of those people.
Yeah, me either.
You know,
I'm like, it's too many experiences I've had for me to like not believe it.
Yeah, like I would be actually delusional if I didn't. Yeah. So, you know, with stories like this too, and ghost stories in general, and even just like, you know, like popular horror movies like fucking Frankenstein, you know, like I think that's why people love scary stories rather than like, and you know, we love some tea too, you know.
Yeah.
When people spill some tea and you're just like, but
like those 3rd-degree burns from all the tea being spilled.
Yeah. But the reason why I really love like stuff like this is just because it resonates with me in a personal way.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, it comes from a very real and honest place. And like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like, I think we're just so into stories anyways, because one, this is a story-based podcast. Hi. Just in case you haven't listened before, all we do is tell stories about God only knows what.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why we're a little more critical too of like stories. But like, that's why Portal 2 is like one of my favorite video games. Yeah. It's not scary, but it is.
Yeah.
Because what is scarier than a giant robot controlling a facility you're in, trying to fucking kill you?
Yeah.
You know? And I like the way they wrote Portal just because they give you just enough information to know exactly what's going on, but they leave a good chunk of it out.
Yeah.
And it gets you speculating, maybe, you know, hoping for a 3rd portal, but God only knows that that's ever going to fucking happen. If they release a 3rd portal on a system I don't have, I'm going to fucking lose my mind.
Yeah.
Hopefully they put it on Steam, but you know, it's just, it's dark, but it's not
outwardly like scary.
Yeah, it's not outwardly like a horror story. So
yeah, I always really liked like stories like that too, because it's like Beetlejuice too. It's like, yeah, it's like creepy and it deals with the, you know, they call it the nether world and, you know, things like that, and it's whatever, but it's not like in a visceral way. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not like, and yeah, Beetlejuice does some fucked up shit in the movies and in the TV shows, you know, but like it's more like in good humor, and it's just more like, you know, relax, like all the things that you're scared of aren't actually that scary.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I really liked it, because it kind of made me, it was my way of coping with ideas of death and things of that nature in a way that I understood at that age, you know, and I still resonate with even as an adult. So, you know, that's why, and I think that's where it kind of stems from, like loving things like this and loving like Halloween in general.
Yeah.
Because it's the one time a year where you can honor the dead and it's okay, you know, and people aren't going to look at you like you got 6 heads because, you know, you want to fucking, I don't know, like talk about your grandma or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's, you know, I love this time of year. I haven't really been talking about this stuff now. I'm feeling it more, but like we haven't really been like in the spirit of it recently.
I know.
like sucks.
Now the weather's cold and like the atmosphere is right. Now I'm like feeling it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I gotta watch like Hocus Pocus. That's what always brings
Yeah.
me back. Literally that or like Halloween Town, and I'm like, yep.
Oh, but I have it on my iTunes. They have it on there for like $5.
Like, if you have a child that wants to go trick-or-treating, please let me bring them, because I just want to go.
Me too.
Like, I will go. I will bring your child. You could stay home and eat candy and do whatever the fuck you want. Please let me take your child trick-or-treating. And I mean that in the non-creepiest way ever. Like, I literally just want to go out and, like, get dressed up and fucking take your child around, you know?
Well, this episode was a little all over the place, but...
Yeah.
Basically, I wanted to talk about creepy stories.
Yeah. Creepy stories and why we love them. So.
And creepy video games and creepy things.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Just more spooks. Because we...
Good old dose of how to write a story.
Yeah.
Which has nothing to do with Halloween.
Yeah,
but,
not
mean,
at
whatever.
all. Well, I mean, it kind of does, because...
Ghost stories.
So...
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like we're so like critical this episode, telling paranormal investigators how to do their job.
Yeah, and like telling people how to write a story. Like, literally, I'm not a professional in any of this. It's just what I prefer.
Hold on. I'm choking. Good.
It's just what I prefer in a story.
Yeah, just take it with a grain of salt. Like, obviously, I'm not a professional. Like, don't listen to me.
Yeah.
But I'm speaking as somebody who, you know...
is an avid story reader and teller and all
like
that.
Enjoys this kind of stuff. That's just where I'm coming from as an outsider looking in.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I think we're good.
Yeah,
going on 46 minutes.
I know. We hopefully we can talk about some really creepy stuff next episode. I don't know. It might be a couple weeks until we put it out.
It might be our Halloween episode, or it might be next week. I don't know.
There might be one more coming, but we don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
If not, we'll see you on Halloween, and hopefully we'll have some awesome stuff to talk about.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna put in a song.
Awesome.
Great.
What song, Lauren?
You know, this is from a band. I actually don't know how long they've been around for. But this is the first time I'm seeking out like new music in like years.
Yeah.
So it's from a band called Dismemberment, and they're from Ohio. They're putting out a new, I think it's, an album. It's coming out on the 18th, but on their Bandcamp right now, they have one song available, and that's the song I'm going to put in. I haven't listened to death metal this good in a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm so excited about it. And I'm like, it got me excited about metal again. I was like, yes. So.
Well, that's exciting.
I know. So I wanted to put them in. I want to give them a shout out to our small audience.
Yeah.
But I'm sure a good majority of you will love it if you're really into death
metal. Well, not as small as it was, so.
I mean, true.
A little bit bigger now.
Smallish.
You know, every plant starts as a seed, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like barely budding.
Yeah. We're like a barely budding rose bush.
Yeah. So if you are interested in getting, I'm definitely going to buy this album. It's really inexpensive when it comes out. Yeah. I'm going to put that in.
Excellent.
So actually some new music. Holy fuck.
Oh my God.
Who am I not playing the same 3 songs every goddamn week?
Yeah, you know what? I'm totally that person. I get stuck in a rut. I literally have played, Pagan Altar on multiple episodes, and I don't even know who else. Just like stuff that I've been listening to for the last like 15 years. I'm like, sorry.
I know.
It's just I have to.
I'll link their Bandcamp down below if anyone's interested in getting the album too. The album's called Ark of Ancients. It sound from the one track that's on there. What is it? Once Forsaken. It sounds fantastic. So I'm putting it in.
I know. I'm gonna.
Everyone, get ready for some good death metal.
I actually haven't listened to it. I'll obviously listen to it when I edit this episode. So I'm excited. I need something new too. I literally I suck. Like I wait for my friends to put out new music and then I listen to that. I mean, that's just what happens to me.
I know. We don't really take like requests either. Like if you want to put your band on the podcast, like. We don't do it that way, but like we kind of just put in what we want.
Yeah.
So.
And you know what? You just reminded me. There's a band I've been wanting to play on the podcast for like weeks now. I'll save it for the next episode. I've been wanting to play them for weeks, and I haven't. And I have to have to ask them if I can put them on. So,
I didn't even ask them if I could put them. Well, I'm not gonna play the whole song. We don't get paid to do this.
Yeah.
So, like, it's free promotion.
I like to ask anyway, just in case. Usually, I'll ask unless like I know they'll be like cool with it. But like, yeah. Oh, I should probably do that soon. I have to make another note.
Fuck, I didn't even. Well, I'm putting it in anyway.
Okay. Sorry. It's just happening now. We've already said it. We've committed. So
I know.
Yeah. So yeah. Quick side note too. Thanks for not bothering us anymore. I haven't gotten any messages in a while.
Yeah.
So thank you for understanding. We will play your band if we like them. Try not to. Oh, that was. Oh my
Sorry,
God,
that was my foot.
The shit out of me. I'm trying not to be a dick about it, but it's like we're not a music podcast. We don't take requests.
Yeah.
So I don't like requests in general, unless like I'm being commissioned to draw something and you're gonna pay me.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. That sounds so assholey of me.
It does.
But I'm kidding, by the way. I will draw anything you want me to. Because I like to draw. So.
Well,
on that note, we're going to put in a
please
song.
don't get mad at me for putting in your song. It's literally, like, I'm not getting paid. It's
Yeah.
just free publicity.
Yeah, please.
So,
I only played like a couple minutes of it, so.
yeah.
Just, yeah. We're gonna put that in right now, and we're probably gonna see you on Halloween. Just how things have been going.
Yeah, you know what? I think we're just gonna come back on Halloween.
I'm not gonna promise anything. We'll see you on Halloween because we're going somewhere.
Yeah, this weekend.
And we're gonna talk about it and see what happens. Because it's a place you wouldn't think that's creepy or like haunted. But it is. So,
yeah.
We're excited to go check it out.
Yeah.
Anyway, gonna put in some death metal. I'm gonna go take a nap,
I'm gonna
I think.
fuck off for a while.
Yeah.
Because, today's a mess.
Like, I was gonna edit and put this up. I might, actually. I think it's gonna go up today.
Okay.
If you see that this goes up on October 9th, I got my shit together, so.
If not, then sorry.
Yeah. So, okay.
Well,
we're gonna
listen to some death metal from Dismemberment.
go read and tell some ghost stories.
Go do spooky things.
Yeah.
All that. Actually, you know what? Just live your life. I don't care if you do any of that shit I told you to do.
Or go, if you don't want to sleep, go on No Sleep.
Yeah.
Like, man, I can't even go on there. I don't go on Reddit that much anyway, though.
I do. I frequent Reddit all the time.
I try to avoid it. Anyway,
have a good week or two. I don't know when we'll be back. Maybe today, maybe next week. Who knows?
Watch it. I'll put up like 3 episodes today. Yeah. It's like we just had so much to talk about. That would be hilarious.
Oh my God.
But all right. Well, we'll see you next time with more spooky shit.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Imagination's yield. Journey onward. You'll come on what's been lost. Sanctifying expectations. Now it's you. Aspirations. Now it awakens. Rising up from soil. Switches the key. Reclamation, Christ aspiration. It comes down. What's the odds will be? not a structured reaction. The dark road, stuttering practically. Intimidation, manipulation, bending mind and soul. Now the change has begun. You can't look away.